Hello, boys and girls. Lord Hawkeye here again. Well, I was hoping the comments section of the Adopt a Libertarian vid would provide some good fail quotes. Well, to say they didn't disappoint would be a crushing understatement. And who should the donor be but none other than Billburns? I don't think he's actually won a fail quote award on my channel yet, so, well, it looks like he worked very hard for this one. Well, my friend, the day you have waited for has come. So, let's get into it. It all got started when Billburns asked the question, how is Sharia law any different from DROs? Shane DK replied very simply, DROs are voluntary while Sharia law is not. Now you'd think this would be simple and to the point enough even for Bill, but you'd be hideously wrong. Right from the horse's own mouth. If you are a non-Muslim, Sharia law is entirely voluntary, just as a DRO is voluntary if you don't live in the areas covered by it. You really should look this stuff up before demonstrating your ignorance. I'm not making this up. Go check the video comments yourself. The link's in the description. Okay, first for the record, DROs are subscription-based, not region-based. If they were region-based, that would effectively make them governments, which would be a little silly on our part. The kettle ain't black, Mr. Pot. Get your vision checked. The exchange went on for a time, but this is where the fail is the strongest. In this one sentence, there is just so much nonsense that needs to be looked through. If you are a non-Muslim, it is voluntary, and according to Billburns, that makes it a voluntary agency. So his argument from first principles is that as long as some participants in an exchange are doing so voluntarily, that makes it a voluntary exchange. Painful. And really quite concerning if you think even further about it. Consider this. What is the difference between rape and lovemaking? It's sex in both cases, right? The difference is that lovemaking is voluntary and rape is not so much. We all know this, except maybe for Billburns. You see, in a rape, half of the participants are doing so voluntarily, that being the rapist, of course. And according to Billburns' thesis, that makes it a voluntary interaction, because, hey, some of the people are participating voluntarily, so that makes it a voluntary exchange. Hey, that's his words, not mine. I'm just the messenger. I mean, heck, Shane repeatedly tried to point out this issue to him, but he was having none of it. So, what am I to conclude other than that Billburns can't tell the difference between rape and lovemaking? Sadly, I believe he has blocked me, so he's not likely to see this vid. But if there's any women out there who are in any kind of relationship with him right now, I would highly advise you to invest in a stun gun for your own protection. That probably goes for NJ too, since he didn't seem to bat an eye at this assertion either. And for the record, Billburns, Sharia law is the closest thing to a DRO. www.judge.me. One single Google search could have found that for you. So, once again, I'm going to have to conclude that you have done no research whatsoever on your claims, and for that, I'm going to have to flunk you. I'm sorry, but ignorance is no excuse nowadays, as you so properly put it. Until next time, be aware and be wise.